Namaste, everyone, and welcome. To all the parents, respected school management, and esteemed Abacus coaching owners joining us, a huge welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to completely unpack everything you need to know about Right Guide Edu-Tech's 6th online national-level Abacus competition for 2026. If you've been looking for a way to really elevate your pupils' mental arithmetic skills and give them a massive nationwide stage to shine on, well, you are in exactly the right place.
Okay, let's dive into this, because you see, this isn't just your standard run-of-the-mill exam. The entire core philosophy here is allowing students from all companies to compete on one common platform. Now, what's absolutely vital to understand here is that in India, we have so many fantastic Abacus companies, right? But historically, they usually only let their own students compete internally. This event? It completely breaks down those silos. It creates this massive, open battleground for the brightest young minds across the entire nation, totally regardless of where they happen to take their tuition.
So here is our roadmap for today. First, the open platform. Second, key dates and fees. Third, categories and exam formats. Fourth, essential system requirements. And finally, prizes and final results. We'll get you exactly what you need for a seamless journey.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the Open Abacus Platform.
So the crucial takeaway here is that this is a true open battleground for pure mental arithmetic. This competition tasks students with solving some pretty complex mathematical problems swiftly and accurately. And get this, completely without the aid of pens, paper, or any electronic calculators whatsoever. By bringing kids from all these different coaching backgrounds together onto a single platform, Right Guide Edu-Tech is purposefully sparking a really healthy competitive spirit. It's the ultimate test of raw mental agility and discipline.
Moving right along to Section 2, Key Dates and Fees. Now, you're probably wondering about the timeline. Registrations actually open up well in advance on the 27th of July 2026, but please keep in mind the standard registration window strictly closes on the 20th of October. Now, if you do happen to miss that, there is a short late registration window until October 31st. But my strong advice to parents and center owners, secure your spots before that October 20th deadline. Why? Because the second you register and pay, participants unlock unlimited online practice papers, so getting in early gives them a massive head start before the main exam rolls around between December 8th and 12th.
Let's talk about the actual investment. The application fee is super straightforward, Rs 1,200, plus a tiny convenience charge of Rs 45. If you do end up in that late registration window we just talked about, there's an extra late fee of Rs 500. So again, definitely try to register early. What I really love here is the absolute flexibility with payments. You can do cash, check, DD, NEFT, IMPS, and yes, even modern UPI using a QR code. It makes the whole enrollment process practically effortless, no matter where you are in the country.
Okay, Section 3, Categories and Exam Formats. Let's see what the students will actually be facing. The competition itself is really neatly organized into 5 distinct categories, mostly based on age. First, you've got Junior Kids Abacus, or JK, for the 5 to 7-year-olds, and Senior Kids Abacus, SK, for 8 to 14-year-olds. Now, those two are specifically designed for absolute beginners, maybe kids who just started their Abacus classes a month or so ago. Then, we move into the standard categories. Category A is for ages 5 to 7, Category B for 8 to 10, and Category C for the 11 to 13-year-olds. And here's a really cool feature. Students in Categories A, B, and C actually have the freedom to choose whether they want to solve the sums entirely in their heads or by physically using their Abacus tool.
But get ready for this number. This really shows you the immense intensity of this event. 100. Across every single level, students are challenged to complete a staggering 100 sums. And the time limit? Just 5 minutes. Yeah, literally 5 minutes. Let that sink in for a second. That is rapid-fire mental gymnastics at its absolute finest. It demands incredible focus, lightning speed, and total accuracy. It's thrilling. Of course, the exam correctly scales in difficulty based on the student's level. For the beginners, in the JK and SK categories, they start off with direct sums across up to 5 rows. Then, stepping up to level 1, it weaves in those 34 basic formulae for students who have actually completed that training. Pushing further, it introduces some pretty complex rod-shifting techniques with 2-digit sums. And finally, for the most advanced tiers, students will be furiously solving multi-line equations that mix addition, subtraction, multiplication, and even division, all on one paper. It is an incredibly comprehensive test of everything they've learned.
Moving on to Section 4, Essential System Requirements.
And this brilliantly illustrates what you need to have ready on exam day.
Supported setups include updated browsers, so your Chrome, Safari, or Firefox, running on at least a Core 2 Duo processor with 4 GB of RAM and backed up by a stable 2 Mbps Wi-Fi connection. On the flip side, older systems like Windows XP, Vista, or 8 are absolutely not allowed, mostly because Microsoft doesn't support them anymore. More importantly, though, mobile internet, specifically from Vodafone Idea or BSNL, is completely prohibited. The organizers have made it super clear this is to prevent network fluctuations on older technology. So, a solid broadband Wi-Fi connection is an absolute must to make sure your child's big moment isn't interrupted by lag.
Furthermore, there are a few non-negotiable tech protocols to guarantee total integrity. Before the timer even starts, there is a mandatory webcam detection check. If the system can't see the webcam, the exam literally will not proceed. Also, you have to register with a valid personal email ID. No official workplace emails allowed. Please ensure your laptops are fully charged and your internet is rock solid, because power or webcam failures won't be entertained at all. And finally, there are absolutely no re-examinations under any circumstances once submitted. Now, I know that sounds a bit strict, right? But this exact strictness is what guarantees a completely flawless, fair, and cheat-free national platform for every single participant.
And finally, Section 5, Prizes and Final Results. The fun part.
The suspense won't last long, I promise. Exactly 15 days after the exams wrap up, the final results will be officially declared on the 28th of December, 2026. The absolutely vital thing to remember here is that these results are 100% system-generated. That means zero human error, total efficiency, and complete impartiality. Once the system generates those results, they are final.
And the awards waiting for these brilliant kids, they are so inspiring. In every single category, the first and second place winners will take home a huge trophy and a position certificate. But here's the detail I find absolutely wonderful: the excellence position. This grants a prestigious gold medal and an excellence certificate to any student who scores a perfect 100 marks, even if they didn't get first or second place based on their time. It's a fantastic way to reward pure, unadulterated accuracy. Plus, every single child who has the courage to compete gets a participation certificate right on their dashboard.
So having seen the massive scale, the rigorous standards, and the uplifting rewards of this platform, I just have to ask, is your child or are your students ready to be the next national shining star? The platform is built, the dates are locked in. Now, all that's left is for you to register, get that practice started, and let their brilliance shine for all of India to see. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I wish the absolute best of luck to every single young mathematician out there.